Alright, so use the pattern you discovered earlier to complete the diamond problems below. So remember, the pattern is that we multiply to make the top and we add to make the bottom. So 6 times 11 is 66. 6 plus 11 is 17. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Negative 1 plus 4 is positive 3. And now let's see, what multiplies with negative 2 to make 6? Negative 3. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. Now we need two numbers that multiply to make negative 8 and add to make 7. So I know one of those numbers has to be negative because it's a negative number here. And a negative times a positive gives us a negative number. I know that the positive number has to be bigger because this number is positive. So 8 and negative 1. 1/2 times 1/2. Remember, when we multiply fractions, we multiply numerator and denominators. So that's 1/4. And then 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. 1/3 plus 3/4, or 1/3 times 3/4 equals 3/12, which simplifies by 3 down to 1/4. And then 1/3 plus 3/4, we need to have common denominators. So a common denominator of 12, we'll multiply 1/3 times 4 over 4, and we get 4 over 12 plus 3 over 3, so we'll add plus 9/12. And now we have twelfths, and so we're adding our twelfths. So we have 4/12 and then 9/12 adds up to 13/12. And that's our fraction. X times x is x squared. X plus x is 2x. A times b, we can just say AB. A plus b is just a plus b. We can't simplify those. Compute the following sums without a calculator. So negative 15 plus 7. If we think about being all the way down here at negative 15, we're going to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to get to negative 8. Negative 8 minus negative 21 is the same thing as 8. Let's see, plus the opposite of 21, which is positive 21. So that's 29. Negative 12 plus 4, because we do the opposite. Let's see, is negative 12 then we add 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's negative 11, negative 10, negative 9, negative 8. Negative 9 plus negative 13. So here we're at negative 9, and we're going to go that way, 13. So we're going to get to negative, let's see, 9 plus 13 is 22. So negative 22. Negative 50 minus 30 is the same thing as negative 50 plus negative 30. So that's negative 80. The areas of each rectangle is shown in the middle of the rectangle. For each figure, find the missing length or width. So the area is 60 units squared. So I want to know what number times 8 gives me 60. I think 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. And 8 times 8 is 64. But I don't know exactly what gives me 60. So I'm going to just divide. 60 divided by 8 gives me 7.5. Here I can do 180 divided by 15. Is 12. And then 231 divided by 14, 16.5. Solve the following equations. So first thing we have to do here is get x by itself. So right now we're being subtracted, so we should add 5 to both sides. So we get 3x, those cancel, equals 10 plus 5 is 15. Now we divide by 3, that makes a 1. So 1x equals 5. Here we want to get the x's by themselves again, so we'll subtract 2 from both sides. We get 4x equals, that makes a 0. 12 divided by, or 12 minus 2 is 10. Divide both sides by 4. 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. You could also leave your answer as a fraction, 5 over 2. Again, we're going to do the same thing. 8y minus 7 equals 25. So we're going to add 7 to both sides. That creates a 0, so we get 8y equals 32. Divide both sides by 8, and we get y equals 32 divided by 8 is 4. Draw all possible rectangles with an area of 16 square units. Use only whole number lengths. So 16 square units, let's see, I can have 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. So here's 1 times 16. So it makes an area of 16 units squared. 2 times 8, area of 16 units squared. And then a square, 4 times 4. What are the dimensions of the rectangle with the smallest perimeter? So let's see, I'll label these A, B, and C. So the perimeter of A is, let's see, 1 plus 16 is 17, and then 1 plus 16 is 17. So 17 plus 17 is 34 units. B has a perimeter of 8 plus 2 is 10. And then again, 8 plus 2 is 10, so 10 plus 10 is 20 units. And rectangle C is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 plus 4 is 8, so that's 16 units. So the smallest perimeter is the square. The area of a rectangle is 450 square inches. So here we've got a rectangle. The area is 450 inches squared. If the length of the rectangle is 24 inches, what is the width? So I can divide, because I know this times that. So 24 times W equals 450. So in order to find W, I divide by 24, and I get W equals 18.75 inches. Estimate the areas of Montana and California using the grid below. Which state has the greatest area? Compare the area of Montana to the area of California. Explain how you estimated the area of each state. So first thing I'm going to do is count up the full squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So California has 39 whole squares. And then how many half squares? Let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we'll call this a half, there's 2, 10. 10 half squares, which is 5 whole squares. And then, let's see, we can pair like this one and that one. That makes 1 whole square. This one and that one makes 2 whole squares. That and that 3 whole squares. This one and that one 4 whole squares. That one and that one is 5 whole squares. This one and that one is 6 whole squares. And let's see, the only ones we haven't counted yet are that, and that maybe adds up to half a square. So 6.5 whole squares. So we have 39 plus 5 plus 6.5. So 39 plus 5 plus 6.5 is 50.5 squares. Then I'll let you do the area of Montana. Complete the diamond problems below. So what number times 1/2 gives you a whole? So how many halves do we need to make a whole? We need 2 halves to make a whole. And then 2 plus 1/2 is 2.5. Two numbers that multiply to make 10 and add to 7 are 5 and 2. Here we want to multiply to make 5, and we have 1/3. So to figure out how to find what we need to multiply to 5 to make 1/3, we can do 5 divided by 1/3. So that's 5 over 1 divided by 1/3. Remember, when we divide by a fraction, we take the reciprocal and multiply. So that's 5 over 1 times 3 over 1, which is 15. And then 15 plus 1/3 is 15 1/3. 8 times -6 is -48. 8 plus -6 is 2. Now create a diamond problem of your own. So let's see, I'm going to just pick 2 numbers. I'm going to have -3 and 7. So -3 times 7 is -21. -3 plus 7 is 4.